hospitals, not everyone chose to enter one of their own free will. In fact, up until the 1960s, the majority of patients in the U.S. mental health facilities were admitted involuntarily.
By contrast, about 71% of people in psychiatric
Institutions today are there voluntarily. The problem wasn't just with medicine.
It also had a lot to do with the laws that allowed families to commit their relatives with little to no supporting evidence.
In 1860, for example, based on an Illinois law,
Elizabeth Packard landed in an asylum for 3 years.
for no reason other than that she practiced with a different religion from her husband.
Parents also routinely committed their children to mental institutions for questionable reasons. In 1883, Packard was sent to an asylum in New Orleans because his mother called him financial incentives for the hospitals themselves.
That is, families could literally just purchase confinement for relatives they didn't want to deal with.
I could see that temptation. And patients might stay in psychiatric institutions for extended periods.
By 1904, only 26.8% of asylum patients in the U.S. had been institutionalized for a year or less.
The vast majority were long-term cases. Given how awful the care was, some people with mental health issues tried to hide their condition to avoid being sent to an asylum. Hide their condition to avoid being sent to an asylum.
And it's hard to blame them. In 1887, journalist Nellie Bly agreed to go undercover in a mental asylum.
To record the conditions inside. She reported horrific treatment from doctors, including hair pulling and solitary confinement.
Bly also decried the way patients were treated like prisoners. She
Wrote of how when she couldn't sleep, she would lay in bed imagining how horrible it would be if a fire broke